Today we're serious, nation. The Raiders Tank Fan Guide for Week 14 is here. We know the season hasn't been the best, but we have something in mind. Securing that #1 pick in the 2024 draft and getting our franchise QB. Today, I'm going to detail the games you need to watch and root for, game by game, with everything that could impact the future of our team. Let's go. First of all, let's be real. What the Raiders need most right now is a franchise-changing QB. And the only way to secure that is with a high draft pick. Currently, names like Jaguars Sanders and Cam Ward are on the radar, and the chance of securing one of those players depends on how we finish this season. Tanking is not an easy concept to accept, especially for us passionate fans who want to see our team win. But sometimes, in order to build something great, you have to take a step back. Losing now is a sacrifice for a bright future. This doesn't mean giving up, but rather seeing the bigger picture. Additionally, other teams are also eyeing these elite QBs. The Giants, Panthers, and even the Patriots could end up ahead of us if we don't play strategically. We need the Raiders to be in position to make the best possible pick. The question is, are we ready to make the sacrifice? The New York Giants versus New Orleans Saints matchup is a crucial one. If the Giants win, their draft position will get worse, which is good news for the Raiders. The Giants are one of the teams that will definitely be looking for a QB, so we need them to stay away from the #1 pick. Why does this matter? Because even if the Jaguars get the top pick, they don't need a QB, which leaves room for a trade. The Giants, on the other hand, would likely pick someone like Jaguars Sanders if they do get the top pick. A win for the Giants puts them further out of contention for the top pick, which favors the Raiders. Another point to consider is the Giants' schedule. They have a difficult run of games and could naturally end up losing in the coming weeks. Therefore, this victory against the Saints is fundamental. Supporting the Giants has never been more important than it is now. Hook. Speaking of schedules, the next team on the radar is the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars play a crucial role in our tanking game. They face the Titans in Week 14, and we need to root for the Jaguars to win. Why? Because Jacksonville doesn't need a QB, but their position at the top of the draft could still hurt the Raiders if they don't start to win. Additionally, the Jaguars face the Raiders in Week 16, which could be the biggest game of the season to determine the future of the draft. If the Jaguars can rack up a few wins before facing the Raiders, it will put less pressure on Las Vegas and pave the way for us to secure a better position. Ideally, the Jaguars would beat the Titans now, securing their third win, and lose to us in the head-to-head matchup. That would give the Raiders more control over their own draft destiny. This game against the Titans is one of the most important ones to watch this week. The New York Jets take on the Dolphins this week. And yes, you'll be rooting for the Jets, even if it hurts your heart. The Jets currently sit at #6 overall in the draft. And depending on what Aaron Rodgers decides for 2025, they could be in the mix for a young QB like Jaguars Sanders or Cam Ward. A Jets win helps in two ways. First, it improves the Raiders' position in the draft rankings. Second, it increases the strength of the Las Vegas schedule, which is one of the tiebreakers in the event of equal records at the end of the season. This means that even a victory for others can help us in the long term. And there's more. Jaguars Sanders would be a huge star in New York, with all the exposure and money that comes with the trade. But if the Jets continue to lose, that possibility increases. So root for the Jets and the mess that is Aaron Rodgers' management. The Carolina Panthers are up against the mighty Philadelphia Eagles, but all that matters to us is that they pull off an unlikely victory. Carolina currently sits at #5 in the draft rankings and is one of the worst schedules in the league. If the Raiders win one more game this season, it will be nearly impossible for them to overtake the Panthers in the rankings due to the strength of their schedule. That means every win for Carolina is essential to maintaining our chances of a better ranking. Additionally, the Panthers' rookie QB, Bryce Young, appears to be improving, which increases their chances of winning tough games. Rooting for the Panthers may be strange, but in this case, it's a necessary evil for the Raiders' sake. In addition to the games already mentioned, there are other matchups that could impact the Raiders' tanking. Here they are: Vikings x Falcons. Root for the Vikings to improve our strength of schedule. Cowboys versus Bengals. Dallas win helps tiebreaker criteria. 49ers versus Bears. We need the Bears to win this matchup. Packers versus Lions. Green Bay winning directly helps the Raiders, so let's go. Each win for these teams improves our playoff standings and, in the long run, benefits our draft position. Remember, in Raiders' world, every little thing counts. Hook. The final matchup that closes our guide, Browns versus Steelers. The Cleveland Browns face the Steelers, and we need them to win. Despite being ranked number 8 in the current draft, Cleveland could still be a surprise. There is speculation that Cleveland may look to draft a QB if Deshaun Watson continues to underwhelm. And if that happens, they could end up interfering with the Raiders' plans. So the more wins Cleveland can get, the better for us. On the other hand, the Browns also influence the Raiders' strength of schedule. A win against the Steelers could improve our tiebreaker situation. Let's root for Cleveland, even if it's weird. For the Raiders to secure a high position in the 2024 draft, you need to root for Giants beat the Saints, Jaguars beat the Titans, Jets beat the Dolphins, Panthers beat the Eagles, Browns beat the Steelers. Additionally, keep an eye on the other key strength of schedule games. Vikings, Cowboys, 49ers, and Packers all need to win. Hook. How can fans get even more involved to ensure the Raiders' future? As part of Raider Nation, your job is simple. Follow the games, participate on social media, and share your enthusiasm or outrage for the team. Show your passion for the franchise and keep the hope alive for a bright future. Additionally, interacting with other fans can help create a conscious fan movement. The goal is clear: to build a winning franchise through smart, strategic choices. And of course, join our debate in the comments below. We want to know, who do you think should be the Raiders QB next year? Shadur? Cam Ward? Anyone else? Raider family, the present may be painful, but the future is bright. Every game this week matters, and with the right fans, we can secure a top spot in the 2024 draft. Remember, it's for the greater good. If you like the content, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Raiders, always and forever.